or international development, to tell us exactly what they think about, what they think of our performance, and whatever opinion that they have about what we do in international and economic development. Today's episode, or the first episode, is by a US-based engineer, Mr. Debowale Onifade, and an author of a book called Liberating Nigeria. He's very keen on youth participation in the economic and political development of Nigeria. So he shares his perspective on what he thinks our performance is. Here's Mr. Onifade.
What's my perspective about international development in Africa? Okay, so two things I usually talk about. The first point is that I think that you guys spend a lot of time on data analysis, on acquiring data, and I think you're actually spending too much time on that. I think you're spending too much time and too much money. I think it's time to begin to use the data you have right now to act, to make life easier for poor people. Don't get me wrong, data analysis is important. I'm fundamentally an engineer, and data is a very important tool in my work. But I think that the international development industry in Africa needs to begin to spend less time on new data and they need to use the data they have right now to work. The second thing that I usually talk about is I usually politely tell my friends in the industry that you guys need to, do a better job in the area of cost management. For me, sometimes I don't understand why you would spend multi-million naira, why you spend a lot of money, maybe several millions, to organize a symposium on topics that have been discussed in the last several years. And I'm wondering if you do a little bit of research, you will find enough enough research work done related to those topics. So why do you have to organize another big event in a big hotel in Abuja or Maiduguri to discuss a very simple topic? To me, I think you can better manage your costs, by focusing more on how you can directly impact people's life, poor people's, or I'll say the victims. So sometimes there's a lot of focus on enlightening people that I'll call elites, enlightening, middle class people. When I think you can be spending more time and money directly impacting the victims. So those are two areas that I think that the international development industry in Africa needs to improve upon. Thank you.
So there you have it. That's Mr. Adebowale Onifade, the author of a book called Liberating Nigeria. He has concerns about how international development spend their money. He thinks that we do too much data collection and too much symposiums and events discussing what has been discussed several times before. He thinks we really need to think more about how to just get out there, use the research and the data we already have to do better, to actually just go ahead and do things as opposed to sit down and talk in conferences and seminars. So if you are in economic development, there's somebody's perspective. It'd be really good if you can write in the comment section below exactly what your thoughts are and how you will respond to Mr. Onifade's concerns. And I would also appeal to people that are not in economic development to please record a 2 minutes, up to 2 minutes video, outlining exactly what your thoughts are, whether you think it's good or not, our performance, or anything that relates to economic or international development. It doesn't matter what aspect of economic development. If you have an opinion, please share that opinion with us so we can all learn from it and hopefully begin to do things a lot better and a lot more impactful. So thank you for watching. As usual, leave comments in the section below. Thank you.